To cater the needs of an e-commerce customer with respect to speed, reliability and experience at the doorstep, Vijay Ghadge founded GoJavas, an e-commerce based logistic company in 2013. Now in less than 2 years, GoJavas has grown from a 20-member team to a powerhouse of 10,000 people. The company covers nearly 3,000 pin codes and has expanded its wings to 300 cities. It runs 200,000 square feet of fulfillment centers all across the country with 2 automated and 30 small sorting stations. Started with Jabong, GoJavas clientele includes Flipkart, Snapdeal, FabFurnish, Yepme, Lenskart and Healthcart. Recently, the Jasper Infotech, which owns and operates the online marketplace Snapdeal.com, invested about 20 million in GoJavas. Further, the company plans to reach 400 to 450 cities in the coming year. With 2.5 lakh shipments a day, GoJavas is emerging out as an established player in the e-commerce logistics sector. So Mr. Ghadge, how did GoJava come into existence, and what prompted you to come into this logistics sector?
Okay. So the advent of e-commerce, which was propelled by the increasing internet penetration and the young population of India, as well as the increase in data on mobile, on smartphones, propelled e-commerce. And the e-commerce customer had unique needs with respect to speed, reliability, experience at the doorstep. And we saw that the traditional players may struggle because of organizational inertia in solving this problem. To top it all, cash on delivery made it a little bit more difficult for traditional players to handle this. And we thought we can solve the problem of cash on delivery as well as the other 3 things that I talked about: speedy delivery, reliable delivery, and visibility when the shipment is moving in a little better way than the traditional players. So we tried with Jabong as a anchor customer, first customer. They were happy with our services, and after that we started getting support from other clients also, and today we are servicing almost all the big players in the country in e-commerce space.
You operated out of a van, and then there is a company. How has been the journey so far?
Yeah, we believe we are sufficiently successful. I think there is a long way for us to go with respect to making this business really sustainable, really process driven, and last for more than 10-20 years. There is a long way from reaching there. When we started, we were not sure where to open our first delivery branch because we were not sure where the orders will come from. So it was the best solution was to open the office wherever the orders come from. So initially we operated out of a small van which had a folding table and a folding chair and a printer, etc. And we used to park it somewhere near Narayana. First we started in Gurgaon, just near the toll, and then we saw that there were more orders coming from towards Delhi, so we moved it towards this CNG filling station in Narayana. And after 1.5 months we realized that now we can open our first office in Narayana, because from there we were able to service most of Delhi NCR optimally at that particular time. And today we are present in around 300 odd cities, and we covered 3,200, 3,300 zip codes and handle close to or deliver close to more than 2 lakh to 2.25 lakh smiles every day. So that is how we have moved. The team strength would be around 10,000 people all across the country, and I believe we have been very lucky and fortunate to have been part of this e-commerce story in India. We got fortunate with respect to anchor customers, and we also got fortunate with respect to getting the right kind of people, the right kind of team, driven team to come together and delivered for our clients and our end consumers.
Yeah. Physical infrastructure is the backbone of the logistics sector. How do you plan to expand or increase your physical infrastructure in the country?
Okay, so far we have gone wherever our clients have wanted us to go. So very rarely have we built a network and then said that let's find clients to fill the network. Our philosophy and our model has been first get the client and then build the network based on commitments from these clients. So As the e-commerce industry expands and as the demand expands in the outskirts, outer boundaries of our current network, we will keep expanding. I will not be surprised if we reach from current 300 cities by an end of next year. Maybe we are in 400 to 450 cities. At the current growth rate and current demand, I see that happening very easily. We are also investing in sorting stations. So we have 2 automatic sorting stations running currently. I think that is going to play a key role. We have invested in technology and software on analytics, on Android apps. So those are the things that we have done to run smoother operations as well as giving our consumers a good experience at the doorstep.
You mentioned about technology. How do you think technology has played a role in increasing the efficiency of delivering the order?
Biggest role of technology in our industry is to give visibility. So visibility to the stakeholders, visibility to me, to my operations team, and to end consumers, to clients. So tech and processes which use the technology has helped us to give good visibility, and the best supply chains are most transparent supply chains. A good supply chain has to be a transparent supply chain. So the tech has helped first to build this transparency. And when you start getting that transparency, the tech then helps you optimize. So today, if I am giving access to what is happening in my network to 400 clients and 2 lakh consumers every day, they send suggestions. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? And those suggestions then help us optimize and improve our operations from cost perspective as well as from service perspective. So technology helps us give transparency to stakeholders, and that transparency helps us to then improve and optimize services.
How are you different from the conventional players when you talk about the Gatis or the Blue Darts?
Okay. So the key difference I believe is that majority of the GoJavas team, I believe one key difference is the team, because the team has solid insights into how the e-commerce consumer functions, what are the needs of the e-commerce consumers, and team is small and agile enough to react to the changing needs of these consumers. So that's what I would say, that our DNA of knowing e-commerce very well, and number 2, our size being small and new helped us react to the requirements of e-commerce consumers a little faster than the traditional players. So I believe both Gati and Blue Dart, they are very good companies. They have been running for decades, especially Blue Dart has been into business and is a very, very good brand, and it has been in existence for 25 years and it is associated with DHL as well. So these are very good companies. I think only advantage we probably had was that we were faster to react because of our size. We were new and we were small.
And you have also brought innovation in terms, giving delivery to the customers. What are those innovations?
Okay, yeah. So one of the first ones was open box delivery. Then we started giving complete transparent information about where the delivery boy is once the boy went on to the street. So that was on Google Maps, GoTrack, we call it. We were the first company to start giving the COD cash within 24 to 48 hours of collection. To some extent, it was faster than the payment gateways of companies like PayU and I don't remember the other one. But yeah, we were faster than the payment gateways that e-commerce companies were using. We were the first company to set up a dedicated reverse pickup team and first company to launch 90 minutes reverse pickups. First company to launch exchange, and you will see all these 4 or 5 innovations that we have done, all are consumer driven, customer need driven. So we use complaints and constant interaction with our consumers, our customers to design solutions and then launch them using people, processes and technology.
How have you used fundings, to increase your presence in the market?
Okay. So the fund utilization majority has been in investing in infrastructure with respect to opening new stations and opening sorting stations and improving and hiring in tech as well as in senior management teams. So those are the 3-4 purposes that we have used the available funds with us.
Are you more inclined to burning cash or reserve it for the future? I mean, save it and then spend it intelligently.
I think we have been one of the most capital efficient logistics startups or logistic logistics startups in the country. We have created what we have created in the least amount of capital. We are profitable at operating level. We have touched EBITDA positive situation in multiple months in our operation, and we believe end of this year again we will be either break even or EBITDA positive again.
Every year we see, the volume almost double the next year. How do you plan to take on that challenge of handling large numbers of volume to deliver?
Okay. So first thing is planning. So we start planning pretty advanced. So I think the preliminary level planning for next Diwali, I believe almost everywhere would have started now itself. The Diwali just got over last week, but people would have started planning for, so we also would do that. As I said, we are investing in automation. We are investing in putting right type of sorting stations in the right place. So that would be creating that physical infrastructure at key choke points. Currently we have sorting stations in Delhi. So we would probably invest in more sorting stations in other cities like Bangalore, Mumbai, Hyderabad. So wherever the demand is, wherever the shipments will originate from, there we will go and build.
Of that.
Basis of demand, we would invest a little more on. So key investments would be in sorting stations and opening of delivery station. Opening of delivery stations is pretty stable, so it will be across India. And a sorting station, as I said, there will be 4 or 5 good big sorting stations which will come up in next 12 to 18 months. With respect to numbers of warehouses, we have around 30 small sorting stations. We run fulfillment centers for clients of about 200,000 square feet all across the country. We are, as I said, operating in 300 cities, 300 plus cities, and we have around 450 branches and 10,000 odd people all across the country.
Okay, be it virgin cities as well.
So we have gone into cities where there was no Blue Dart or especially we have a few cities there are in the network where I know and I have been told that even Blue Dart was not servicing. So we have opened those kind of unique, not a lot of them. Blue Dart has a huge network, but yes, we managed to open 1 or 2 cities where Blue Dart was not there.
Do you have sufficient funding to
Yeah, we are sufficiently funded. We believe we are sufficiently funded to take care of our expansion needs next 18 to 24 months. And if we turn profitable, then probably beyond that.
And where do you see yourself in coming 5 years?
We are trying to be a significant player in e-commerce market in India. If not the largest, then we would want to be one of the largest players servicing clients. That is one. Number 2, I believe once you build scale in e-commerce, there would be opportunities that will come your way in traditional logistics as well because of the scale that you have, and we would like to take advantage of those opportunities. We believe we would launch 1 or 2 more service lines in coming time, and we may open our delivery stations in other countries wherever there is demand for, wherever there is e-commerce coming up is at a nascent stage, and there's a need for innovative services for e-commerce customers. I think we will go there and we'll be able to make a success of at least one of the 10 markets that we are targeting.
Okay. And do you plan to venture into the hyperlocal space? And we see, there are a lot of players already there.
Yeah. That's an interesting space. My personal view, and this is strictly personal, personal view is that the unit economics of hyperlocal still is yet to be cracked, and as a company, GoJavas has the capabilities to do hyperlocal, because the 90-minute reverse pickup that we launched, it can very easily be extended to a hyperlocal pickup and delivery. So only part missing in 90-minute reverse pickup is the delivery part. We are anyways reaching the point of pickup in a very, very short period of time. But I believe the hyperlocal market, the way currently it is structured, The unit economics is a challenge, and the day we get the answers, we will launch it. Till that time, we'll keep our horses.
Is unit economics a challenge in an e-commerce logistics space now?
It is not an insurmountable challenge. Okay, so it is crackable because we have shown that we can be EBITDA positive, but on the hyperlocal front, we have not been able to solve the equation on a piece of paper. So once we find the solution piece, then you will go and implement it. But we have not been able to solve it on a piece of paper so far. Maybe we are bad at mathematics, but we haven't been able to. We haven't been able to solve the hyperlocal unit economics on a piece of paper.
But don't you think the later you come into that field, it's already established where it will be difficult because there will be consolidation already taking place, and then earlier you enter the market or you play it there, it's better rather than coming late and then plan the move.
Okay, so there are advantages for the first mover, there are advantages for the second mover, and there are advantages for the fifth mover. So it depends on your conviction about when you are entering any kind of space. I don't think we were the first startup in e-commerce logistics. We were not. We probably were the fourth or the fifth. Okay, so I believe that should not worry us. Being first is not that important in entering a market. What is important is being good at whatever market you enter, and then making sure that you are creating value for your consumers, and you will succeed. It may take a little longer to succeed, but you will succeed if you do a good job of whatever you decide to do.
You value a lot of consistent about how do you hire people. You have strong HR policies.
Yes. So you see, we probably be the first company in logistics to be doing a Great Place to Work survey. We have finished the survey. We are doing a cultural audit. We are trying to figure out while building what we have built, what are the good things that we have been able to inculcate in our culture, and what are the bad things that. This particular survey will help us decide what to keep doing, okay, what not to keep doing, and what new things we should be doing. So those three things, and GPW does this, the Great Place to Work Institute does this particular survey only after you were 2 years old as an organization, and the day we turned 2, we asked them to come and do a survey for us. So that is on the we invest a lot on training and development, and I will not say we are perfect there. We give it a lot of attention, and we will keep it. It will always remain a focus on the way focus of ours, the way we hire, the way we train, and the way we keep the team change ready to take innovation.
How many people do you employ currently, and how would you be increasing the numbers?
Okay. So the numbers would again, we have been growing at between 5 to 8% per month, and sometimes 10% per month. So last October, as compared to this October, we closed at 3x. Slightly less than 3x, maybe 2.95x. So we grew by 3x between last October and this October. And we calibrate our hiring on a monthly basis, especially, and we take client forecast, we add our judgment to it, and then hire. So as the e-commerce industry grows, we will grow with respect to people. And if I say if we are going to move from 300 to 450, even if I assume 5% month-on-month growth, so yes, so you will end up maybe adding 30% more people at least.
Any plans to venture overseas market?
Yes, we have evaluated markets, and I hope we do something within this financial year in international.
And what countries would that be?
We'll let you know once we start the operations. Yeah.
All right. Okay. India is the hotbed of the startups. What advice would you give to the budding entrepreneurs?
I believe one should get into business for the right reasons, for the right motivation, one. Number two, from day one, people should try to build a business which is going to be sustainable. In the long run, it helps for one entrepreneurship mantra doesn't change irrespective of the time, and that is that cash is king. So whatever cash you have, you always have to use it wisely, use it properly, and businesses which are built assuming that cash is king usually last longer than businesses which depend on cash burn. And
Thank you so
thank
much
you,
for your time.
thank you so much.